Hello, how are we doing? We've only got quite a lot of people in chat. Let's go we back, very Larry. Come on, Caps. Hey guys, hey Jeremiah, how are you doing? We are underway in Washington. Washington versus Carolina today. Should be a pretty good game. In the defensive zone there for the Caps so far. That one sent in front, batted away mid-air there by Matt Roy. Chipkin, sorry. Shot there. Thompson saves that one. Eric's Jordan Still, sorry, I almost said Eric Still. Protus trying to muscle through a few defenders there. How are you all doing today anyway? And that's a penalty. Washington with a power play. Great start for us here. Two-minute tripping penalty there. Can you hear it echo at all? Just want to make sure. I'm hearing it, but I don't know if it's just I've got something open by accident. That's sent down to the Washington end. Not a ideal thought. There we go. Found what was making the noise. There we go. Much better. Chikrin move through centre. Puts it to Wilson on the side. Send it around the boards, but no one's there, and it's cleared all the way down to Thompson. Hopefully, tonight, Caps can get a win. We are, I think it's like 7-7-1 or something. Carolina are like a lot better. I'll bring it up. Yeah, Caps 7-7-1. Hurricanes 11-4-1. So quite a difference actually. Starting the cycle game now. Sandin on the blue line to Strome, just loses it, but plays it across. Good save there. Ovechkin with a good early chance there. Trying to cycle here. Shot from Leonard that's blocked. A good tip to try and keep that in the zone. Good intercept bottom Ryan Leonard. Good shot there in the last few seconds there. Hurricanes back to even strength though. How are we all doing then tonight? Is that coming up? That's not coming up. One sec. There we go. Yes, another UK Caps fan. Yes, indeed. So I was just getting the scoreboard up at the bottom there. Whereabouts are you from in the UK then? Good tipping front. Anderson can be a very good goalie if he's on form. Carolina missing quite a few big parts of their team. And that's offside against Carolina there. How long have you been a Caps fan then, Sav? Are you a new Caps fan or have you been a Caps fan for a good while? Who in there? Anderson for Carolina, Thompson for the Caps. So it's quite a good goalie battle tonight. Obviously, Anderson is either really good or injured, so that's pretty much how his game goes. Thompson is now 1.61 goals against. Protas just can't quite get to that one. Carlson sends it in. Protas can't keep it in. But Michael, nice move to keep it in the zone there. Sent around the boards. Almost a turnover there. Caps can't quite get to it. But working back into the zone. Nice pass across there. Just out of reach. Duham couldn't quite get that one. Shot goes wide. Who are you going for? Well, I'm a Caps fan. A good Caps score. Duham. I was just looking at all the messages in chat, so I missed most of the goal. But Caps up 1-0. Duham, the fourth line yet again. It was a great pass to Frank from Dowd, and then Frank just gives it him on the back door, just empty-sided in net. Beautiful under the stick from Frank as well. I've currently got the Screaming Eagle TJ Oshie jersey on tonight. That one's alley oops ahead. Wilson can't quite get to that. And I think that's offside there. Yeah, I was right with Thompson's 1.61 GAA. Anderson's is 2.97. Obviously, Thompson up for the Vezina this year, yet again, was realistically a close second, obviously, last season. And a 2-2 here for Carolina. Nice drop pass. Good defensive work by Chikrin there. Tuck Taylor Hall down. Roy pokes it ahead to Ovechkin. Ovechkin gets it out of the zone and could have had a 3-on-1 there, but a bad pass. Carolina 3-0 when allowing the first goal. The Canucks play on Friday versus Canes. Are you going to live stream it? I only really do the Caps games. I'm not sure if Caps have a game on Friday. I'll have a look. One sec. We have a game on Thursday. 2-on-1 for the Caps here, kicked out by Anderson. Probably not, because I mostly cover Capitals, but you're by all means free to come join us for the Caps games. We've got some quite big ones coming up actually. We've got Panthers up next, Devils, Kings, Oilers, Canadians, Lightning, Blue Jackets, Jets, Leafs. We've got quite a heavy roster of games coming up, to be fair here. Well, 64% of you, which I think is probably about 6 or 7. Oh, for God's sake. I've just realised what I've done now. A number of votes that I won't disclose because otherwise the chat will go off. We're getting an Ovi goal tonight. That's our next poll. What are we thinking? How long have you been a Canes fan then, Jeremiah? I'm assuming you are one. Are we going to see an Ovi goal 901 tonight? What's your predictions, everyone? I'm gonna say no, but I would like him to, but I feel like he's not going to tonight. Battling up on the boards here. Wilson will drop it back. Ferrari drops it back to McMichael. McMichael sends it on net, deflecting on front a few times. Villiers tried to get that one around the net, couldn't quite do it. Slap shot there, blocked. Good bounce off the skates there of Strome. Strome enters the zone. We'll send it on. He tried to get it to Ovechkin. He was all alone in front of Anderson there. Not sure why he was allowed there. Villiers plays it back to Strome. Strome back to Sandin, to Strome. Sent on net. It's loose. Ovechkin's tried to swing at that one. You're a Vancouver fan? Okay. How are Vancouver looking this year? I know they've had a lot of injuries. I know you've got your main guy back with Quinn Hughes after he was injured. We're out shooting Carolina. For Carolina are a shoot first team. They don't really go for quality, they go for quantity. Caps usually go for quality over quantity, but like 8 shots to 3. Which is not like either team really. But I'll take it for the Caps because we need this game badly. How come you join in this game if you're a Vancouver fan then? Just getting a look at Carolina before your next game against them? Carolina have about as many injuries as Canucks do, to be fair. Carolina play a toss from the face-off there, and Dowd wins it. Frank trying to use his speed, can't quite get that, unfortunately. Good work by Duhaime stopping a one-on-one there. Good, and the Hurricanes play Vancouver on Friday. Are you going to live stream it? Probably not. I only really do the Caps games. Although if and when Caps get knocked out of playoffs or anything, I'm sure I'll end up watching something. Good stop shot there from Miller. That's deflected. I'll definitely watch like the top game of the day when it hits playoff time. If Caps aren't in at all or get knocked out. What are your predictions for the game against Hurricanes with Vancouver then? Do you think you'll win it? Or do you think it's going to be a tough game? Yeah? Okay, no. How do you think other teams are doing around the NHL? Like, is there any teams that are surprising you? I know Sharks are doing decently well. I know some teams are doing a lot better than people thought. Penguins are doing pretty well. We didn't think they were going to do anything particularly special. Ducks. The Ducks are doing so well. Mammoth are doing pretty well as well, actually. The Ducks, I don't know why the Ducks are doing so well. And this will be a 2-on-1 for the Caps. Calling his own number there, Ferravari. Thompson will come out to play this behind his net. Yeah, the Ducks are doing really well. I can't remember off the top of my head where they are, but I think they're around the same points as um, the Golden Knights, if I'm not mistaken, who are obviously doing really well. They've not bought many people in though. They they might have bought a couple in. I think it's just they're surprising people. Good drop pass there. Chisholm had the slap shot, got blocked, close range as well. Good defense there for Carolina, actually. If you got a game later, Jeremiah, I got Avs tonight though. I mean, Avs a team you can't really even when they play bad, they're playing better than most teams in the NHL. So, although Ducks have taken on quite a few big teams and they're 2-2, 3-2 actually for the Caps. Slapshot just goes wide. Good luck for Leonard there. Who do you think will win this game? I personally took Hurricanes. I took Hurricanes like a week ago, but then again there's a load of injuries, and this is a tripping penalty. Chychrun right in the blue paint was tripped. Not sure. I'm not sure why he's trying to screen the goalie, but there we go. Another power play for the Caps here. Although it's not really that dangerous, the Caps power play. We're better 5-on-5. Beauvillier, Strome, and Ovechkin are apparently the best line in the league. I mean, they've not played that many full games with each other because of how much we've moved around, but starting the cycle here. Fingers crossed. What, for a power play goal? I'm just hoping for anything for the Caps right now. Got a good couple of chances there, and Ovechkin puts it over the net. He can't believe it. He had most of the net wide open. There was a shot, a good few shots there actually. Wilson tried to go short side, Ovechkin tried to get it. Still with possession though, we actually got quite a good possession game. That one's sent out in front, but intercepted. 2-on-2 for Carolina here. At the back, good backhand spinning. Aho there. Fucking hell. Matt had a bit of a brain fart moment there. Tom Wilson just offside there. Ovechkin not staying on for the full 2 minutes. Why is Ovi not on for the 2 minutes? That's not like him. Holy stroke! Honestly, yeah, that was like a brain aneurysm. That I don't know what happened. I couldn't think of Sebastian Aho's name there for some reason. That shank that ends up coming out in front. That was a weird bounce off the board. Sandin coming to collect it. Last 30 ticks for the power play. Nice send ahead there. McMichael tries to centre it. Bounces out in front. Even Frank can't keep it in. Sandin will come to help instead. Beauvillier around the boards. The 2-on-2 for Carolina. Sandin getting back. Beautiful toe drag move there. That's sent out in front. Thompson saw that from behind the net. His stick is stuck in the side of the net. It's in the side of the netting there. He's got it back now. Last 5 minutes of the first. Quite a quick first period actually. Anderson had to come and play that, and he's taken down there. Was a bit of embellishment. Dowd took him down though, and there's a brawl behind Anderson's net. Anderson joining in. Anderson had plenty of time to. Ferravari's just WWE taking the play down. Thompson's at centre ice. Thompson wants to take on Anderson. The Ferravari's in full gloves dropped here with Anderson. Thompson's dropped the gloves. Oh, this is going to be a good battle today. Thompson's got his gloves off and everything. Thompson wants a bit of Anderson. One of the Carolina players got a lot of blood on his face. Let's see how many penalties. There's going to be about four different fighting ones. Ferravari with a full-on scrap there. That's unlike him. Yeah, it's probably interference for Dowd, I'm not going to lie. Goalie interference. What a mayhem start. I had a stroke live on stream, and then moments later, a full-on brawl. Fighting, roughing, fighting, goal interference, roughing. There's quite a lot of penalties. Anderson got a roughing penalty there. Five minutes left of the first. What a first period! What the hell? What absolute mayhem! Well, we should have done a poll for if you thought anyone was going to fight, because if you said yes, you would have been correct. 55% saying no for the over goal. I think last time I put one up for an over goals, there was like 28 votes or something stupid. I ended up going for a yes, and then I didn't get it. But you know. What a mayhem start. Right. Who have we got now? I don't even know if there's any power plays or not. Because there's like 7 different penalties called. So I don't even know. There was 2 fighting, 2 roughing, a goalie interference. It is a power play though for Carolina. Carolina can be really good on the power play. How can you get a roughing and a fighting penalty, by the way? Like, you start roughing and then you turn into a fight. It's sort of like once it hits a once it sort of hits a fight moment, it's not really roughing anymore. You're just having a fight. They're still sorting it out because they put the wrong player in the box for Carolina. Not sure how you messed that one up, to be honest. Good tie up there, Carlson. And cleared it out within 7 seconds there. Didn't even get two passes string together there. Beautiful tip there by Carolina. Beautiful save there. And that one slap shot all the way down. Carolina look strong on this power play already. Nice move there. And that one's cleared all the way down by Protas. Anderson will settle it down. Shot blocked. Another shot saved by Thompson. Starting the cycle now, Carolina. A shot goes wide. Carolina moving really well on this power play. Sent to the bump position, good stick. And Protas will clear it down. Took a little bit of a bump to get that all the way down. But killed another 10 seconds or so there. Last 10 seconds of the power play for Carolina. They had one really good look, a few good shots. Blake asking for a call, and it will be. Hocking against Carolina. Against Cap, sorry. Carolina going 5-on-3 for 3 seconds. McMichael hooking goal. They're going to be careful, Carolina, though. Because a player coming out of the box basically as soon as the face-off's drawn. So if we win it, Dowd is getting ready. It's sent down. Possibly could have waited a little bit. So Dowd could have got there. Dowd straight into the penalty kill there. Back-to-back power plays for Carolina here. Not ideal. Shot goes wide. Great pass across corner to corner there. Starting the cycle now. Good block from Carlson there and Aho. Starting the cycle. And just went out the zone there. Caps will get a needed change. And that is offside against Carolina. Not a fan of Aho, to be fair. He's a decent player, but he's a dirty player. Can't lie, kind of does have a bit of a punchable face. So does Jarvis, though, to be fair. Like, basically, Carolina's two main forwards have very punchable faces. It doesn't help them, does it? It can't, depending on how you look at it. Good block there by Sandin. And all the way around the back of the net by Chikrin there. Chikrin and Sandin so good together. Honestly, almost too good. Almost need to split it up a little bit, but we're on the power play, so it's alright. There'll be a minute 1 after this power play of 5-on-5. Good intercept there by Roy. We'll send it ahead to Dowd. Carlson enters the zone. Centres it. Protas can't quite get his stick on it. And a 3-on-2 for the Canes. Good stick. 5 seconds now. We'll wind down. Cleared in. Last minute of the period. Thompson will settle that down. Vetchkin sends it ahead to Strome. Strome loses it there. Hit there, Wilson. Playing slow out of zone. Lost 30 seconds of the period now. The 8 shots earlier was reduced actually. Apparently they got it wrong. Chikrin, nice move to shake off the F1 there. That one's alley-ooped into the zone. Bouvillier on the backhand, it's just squeaks past Anderson. That one's centred and cleared all the way to the Caps end as the Caps end the first 20 up 1-0. Very jam-packed period. Duhaime with his go-ahead goal early. Caps looking a lot better than they have done earlier in the season, so won't complain too much. Miller got a tripping penalty on Ethan Frank. Riley got tripping on Chikrin, and then it all hell broke loose. Anderson for roughing, Nick Dowd for goalie interference, Ferravari 2 for roughing, 5 for fighting. Oh, it's on a different player, that's why. Stankoven fighting with Ferravari, Conor McMichael hooking. 4 penalties each here. 11 penalties each. Caps 71.4 in the face-off dot. God damn. Two takeaways for the Caps. None for the Canes. 5 giveaways for Caps, 4 for Canes. 4 block shots for Caps, 6 for Canes. 8 hits for the Canes, 2 for the Caps. 10 shots to 7. Only goal is Brandon Duhaime's, second of the season. 5:42 into the first. It's a nice move nice pass to centre it from Dowd. Frank, nice move. Played it under the defender's stick right to Duhaime on the back door for open net backdoor feed. Give me a quick second. Okay, what are we thinking for the second period? Who's going to score next? Any predictions? Are we going to have another Caps goal, or is it going to be Capitals whitewash Okay. How are we doing in chat? Any predictions for any other games going on tonight? I know we've had a couple say that they're back in. One sec. Well, a few say they're backing Avs against the Ducks tonight. Obviously, we'll have to see how that goes. Let's have a look at other scores around the league right now. Well, we've got a little bit of time to kill. Let's have a look. Canadians up 1-0 against the Kings in the first. Caps obviously up 1-0 against the Canes in the first. Bruins up 3-1, upsetting the Leafs yet again. And the first. Sens up 2-0 against the Stars. The Stars, sorry, not the Starts. Having a bit of a brain fart today, clearly. Wild and Shark starting in about 10 minutes. Blues and Flames, that's going to be a toilet bowl of a game. Obviously, Avs Ducks that we've said. Canucks Jets, that'll be a pretty good game. Kraken Blue Jackets. Tomorrow is Rangers, Lightning, Flyers Oilers, Devils, Blackhawks, Mammoths, Sabres. Caps have a little bit of a break after tonight. Don't play until Thursday night, Friday for me since I'm from the UK. But it'll be a big game against the Panthers. It is also an away game, so back-to-back away games. We've actually got one more away game after that one, I think. We had, I think, 4 straight at least, which is not ideal, but if we do well on the road, it'll look good for when we are back home. Lapierre's had a good start to this game. So am I missing any messages in the chat at all? It just wasn't refreshing. Got another vote for Ovi not scoring tonight. Alright, says Cap's gonna score next. Backing them tonight. Ovi 901 incoming, my goat. I mean, it's my goat as well, but depends how we go because it's looking like it's gonna become a very physical game. We've already had 22 penalty minutes between us, 2 fights. Logan Thompson tried to fight Anderson as well. Anderson's taking penalties. It's gonna be one of those rough games. I'm telling you. I'm telling you now. Any other predictions for around the NHL? There's quite a few games going on. Ducks? You're backing the Ducks. Okay, so Barry Larry's going for the Ducks. I think it was Jeremiah said he's backing the Avs. So we got one for each there. That'll be interesting. We'll see who's right by the end of the night. Be interesting to see. Who scored on these games then? For the Canadians, Josh Anderson scored. For the Sens, Drake Batherson and Nick Jensen, the former Cap. So Lindholm, Alex Steves, and Pavel Zacha for the Bruins. Lawrence for the Leafs. What about the Sens? Oh, I already checked the Sens, never mind. I'm having a proper brain fart today. It's been a long week. Oh, Bruce, you're back. How are you tonight? I'm doing pretty well. A bit tired, been a long start of the week for me. But not too bad. Caps up 1-0, so can't complain really. Who are you backing tonight for the Caps Canes? It's been a very interesting game so far. Almost had a goalie fight. Is that your reverse retro Oshie? It is indeed. Can't say it very well, my mic's in the way, but there you go. Patch on the side for you, there you go. Know me too well, Bruce. Have you got any grapes tonight? Grapes and apple pie. And yes, I remembered. I'll tell you what Duhaime has to say after scoring the opening goal. It's a beautiful move by Frank to actually get that to Duhaime. Duhaime is such a nice guy. He's so good. So good defensively for a fourth liner. Good forecheck. Knows when to make hits and stuff as well. He's a very smart player. Nice jersey, that's awesome. I'm going to have them in the middle of the second period and some herbal tea. Ooh, a good tea. I mean, as a Brit, I'm sure I have quite the quite the thing with tea, but as long as you ain't using your microwave or I mean you don't really have kettles. I will accept using the hob to boil your water, but not the microwave for the love of God. Make it the proper British way. You see Bedard playing exceptionally well. I know you don't think he's too good, but I think in a year or two he'll be the best offensive player in the league. I think two-way defenders have sometimes more impact than just forwards because joining the rush is basically just adding an extra attacker. But I do agree. Bedard, Schaefer, the Canadians as well, Demidov, players like that. The young ones are getting better each year. I think we had a small period of time where they didn't really do a whole lot, so no one was really too worried about it. Like, there was a small period of time where there wasn't anyone that was majorly good coming up from the draft. Uh, but now the last 3 years, we have got players that will likely be like franchise players. And I think it's going to continue down that road. I think it was just a bit of a dry patch, really. I'll let my mate David know that you have a new grapes, by the way. My beer pub series did pretty well. I had a video put out the other day. It's currently a 1 of 8, which I am not complaining about at all. Remember, it took David half a dozen years to really get a Minton rolling, and here's Drysdale. Yeah, but sometimes having two franchise players can just fuck you. Like, it worked for like Malkin Cosby, but they weren't on like that stupidly high kind of things. But I think Bedard's a good player, but I don't think he is going to be the best as of yet. Because, well, I think Celebrini is. Well, Celebrini's in his second year. Schaefer's in his first year, and I think they've had a better first 2 seasons than Bedard did. Schaefer's looking unbelievable for the Islanders. He's gonna be like Cale Makar in a few years because he plays offensively as well. Yeah, you're probably right. See, I get some stuff right, Bruce. Not all of it, but some of it. Yeah, I just it doesn't help that he does get glazed quite a lot, Bedard. Like if you'll look at rankings and someone will have ranked him as like top 10 players in the league, he's not. He's not even close. Realistically, maybe between I don't know 30 and 40th in the league, but that not any lower than that. Like he gets glazed too much, I think, Bedard. But I mean, it's gonna happen, isn't it? I think he was slightly overhyped coming into the draft as well, personally. But Ferrari's still in the box, as well as can't remember what Kane Spire. They had 5 minutes for fighting. Unfortunately, poor Thompson just takes Jordan Stall's shot within the first 7 seconds on basically a breakaway there. I hope we can stay out the box for the rest of the game. We're as good as Carolina, and perhaps even better 5-5. 5-5, we can be better if we play well. I think we're more consistently defensively than offensively. But Carolina do have a lot of injuries, and that'll be a penalty against the Caps. Bruce, you Bruce, you jinxed it. Chychrun holding there. Literally reading your message. Hope we can stay out the box. Moments before disaster, right there. I don't think it was really much of a hold. I don't think that's a holding penalty, to be honest. That was a bad one. It's a bad penalty to take, but I don't think it was really holding. He had both hands on his own stick, so maybe you call a hook, or something, but I don't think it even was. Hurricanes 0 for 2. They just take it out of our own zone. We'll take that. A free 15 seconds killed by not doing anything. We'll take that. That's around the boards. That's centered. Aho. Aho fires. That one goes wide. Oh, I had a proper brain fart earlier, Bruce. I could, for some reason, I couldn't say Aho's name, and I was like, if you scroll up in the chat, it'll say I had someone said that I had a stroke, and it was pretty true, to be honest. Basically half of the power play killed now, and Caps coming up there. McMichael sends it in. Tries to centre that, it's just stick down. And a 5-on-3 for Carolina. It's just spoiled by Chisholm. That one bounces out in front. Good save, Thompson, and another one. Got 2 good saves there. Second one was at a very out position. Good jump there to keep that in the zone, but it's sent wide and it goes all the way back into the trapezoid behind Anderson. He still got into a fight last week. I think it was his last fight was back in 2017. I didn't see the fight, but that is quite a considerable amount of time. 8 years without a fight. Pitlick's hit was so dirty, then blame Stoll for fighting him. One rule, Capitals kill that, by the way. One rule, oh no, that was a beautiful move, almost sent a 2-on-1, good stick there. Matt Roy was coming full force to try and hit him there. I don't understand, but when there's a big hit and you fight, you automatically take a 2-minute instigator, a 5-minute instigator, 5 minutes for fighting, sorry, but then you get a 10-minute instigator because it's a big hit. So you basically can't defend your own players. Like, I understand maybe doing a 2-minute instigator, but Ovechkin had a good chance there. It was more of a redirect shot there. But I don't know why you'd get a 10-minute for defending your own player. It seems like a really stupid thing. I don't really understand why. It's a terrible start to the period, so sloppy and lazy. Yeah, I mean, instantly starting off on a penalty kill is not ideal for us. So we've not really had much time to get possession. So give us a minute and then we'll start getting going again. It's just when we a sloppy penalty, yeah, but then beautiful glove save by Thompson there. But starting off with a 2 minute short-handed, you don't really get the time to get string passes together and stuff, so it does make it difficult. Penalty was horrible, and then we gave it away 3 times. A couple of failed clears. Yeah, but yeah, it's not ideal. But then when we've just got into the period, it can take that effect slightly, can't it? Good stick there, but by Protus, he's racing to it. Can't quite get there before. Miss hitting the corner there. Protus is like a cheat code for poke checks. I swear his stick is like almost as long as Chara's was. Big Z. Caps don't have a shot on this period. 3 shots for Carolina. Only 5 minutes in. That's not many shots for either team, really. Carlson is too slow. I mean, that enough is a correct sentence. Durham's stick broke there, I think. Not sure if it broke. It looks in shape on the ice, but I think he might have just dropped it, but was trying to put pressure on. He's too slow. Got a lot less. A lot of light. A little bit there. I'm having an aneurysm again. Bruce, save me. A lot of minutes against high pressure team like Carolina. I feel like it was largely to play him a loss against in the playoffs. Carolina was just outworked so much in a way. Like, none of us really played well. None of them really played well at all in the playoffs. Apart, like, not even in the first round. We played poor in the first round, to be fair. To be fair, we had quite a few players that were injured. Dubois looks like he's going to be healthy sort of at the midpoint of the season. He's out for about 3 months. So hopefully we'll be back like February-ish. The 2-0. Strome, bar down. What a goal by Strome. Holy. Maybe we need to stop saying, will Ovi score? Will Ovi get an assist? It was interesting against the Penguins the other night that they kind of switched position. Ovechkin had 2 assists and it was 2 goals for. It was 2 goals for Crosby, 2 assists for Ovechkin. It like the complete opposite of what they're known for, really. I mean, we know they can both get the other, but realistically, Ovi's not really the playmaker. They fully switch roles that game, really. But I don't mind Ovi going for that sort of role, to be fair. He's got 900 goals. We don't really need him to get goals anymore. Sort of hits him into the boards there, up on the Caps bench. Leonard's playing defensive. Not sure about the pause there. Carlson got the second assist on that Strome goal there. A few years ago, I would have said Caps are like the worst defensive team in the league, and now I feel like we're one of the best. it's such a strange change. We were really good offensively, bad defensively, and now we're sort of the opposite. Obviously, last season we were brilliant at both, but now we've really changed into a defensive team. Really, I don't mind it, but I also we can't rely on it. We gotta get offense there as well. I think so too. Our backline very reliable, except for Carlson. Ca- Carlson's not my worst really. I want to trade TVR ASAP. I think Chisholm gives more to the Caps than TVR, and even then, he's not done that much. I think the defenders we have, Chikrin, Chikrin, Ferravari, Sandine. Ferravari and Sandine can like go either way really. As of recent, I think more Sandine to be fair, the last few games. Um, then probably Roy. No. Ooh. Carlson, Roy, Chisholm, then TVR, I'd say. I think Roy's more consistent than Carlson, but I think Carlson can have a better game. Like, if he performs, Carlson can play better, but he's just really inconsistent. TVR doesn't make as many mistakes, but we could upgrade him. I think he does make mistakes. I don't think they're as big of a mistakes, but I think he makes more of them. I think Carlson will give like the major turnovers, but Carlson can at least give something offensively as well. Whereas TVR, I literally want I would trade TVR now. To be honest, I would have traded him before the season started. I don't think he fits well enough. I don't think we really need it. I want to get like a full like get someone who maybe isn't as offensively minded and just full defense because we've got the offense. Chikrin, Chikrin, Ferravari, and Sandine can play offensively. Half of our D play, but I mean Carlson can. Hudson, that's true, but we might if we've got Hudson, do we even play with 7D? Or do we just play with 6D? And then if we need to, we can just bring someone up from the AHL from Hershey. We'll have to see. It's a very even period, this. Nothing's really happened. Like, with 7:40 into the period, basically one power play, which nothing really happened from it. And then they had a good chance, and then obviously Caps just broke through their defense and got a quick goal. But 3-on-4 here. Dowd will play it around the net. Shot from distance, blocked away there. Chikrin Tries to backhand it on. Doesn't get much height, which he was looking for. Robinson hit into the boards there by Chikrin. Chikrin will alley-oop it out of the zone. Not quite enough for icing. In fact, Anderson had to play that one. He sent it ahead to Svechnikov there. Good work by Ferrovari on him. It's dropped back. Thompson gets out, and there's a brawl in front of the net yet again. Aho trying to take Strome on. To be fair, I would have a... Honestly, I would... If given the chance, I would take Aho on, because I did not like him as a player at all. He can be a good player, but he's really dirty. Thompson is really quite talented. I mean, second for the Vezina last year, he's got like one less goal against average of anyone in the league. I like Jarvis though. I like Jarvis's game more, but he also has a very punchable face. Aho and Jarvis probably have some of the most punchable faces in the league. I don't know why, but I will look at them and I want to punch their face in. I'm not sure if I'm the only one who sees that. Hopefully not, but... Swing and a miss there. I don't know why, for some reason, they have such punchable faces to me. Like, there's not really anyone else that really has that much of a punchable face in the league, apart from them two, and they're on the same team, basically on the same line all the time. Like, the thing is, it can be useful because you just naturally get under sort of nice save there on Blake. Bit of a breakdown of defence led to that as well. And another breakdown of defence, good block there. Ovechkin will get it out the zone and dump it in. Marchand, 10 years, the last 10 to 5 years ago, yes. And Ryan Leonard's got hooked there. There's a penalty here. Leonard, don't take a dumb penalty here. That's the thing, we're so good 5-on-5 that we draw penalties, but then we're better 5-on-5, so it actually doesn't work in our favour. Hooking there. Marchand doesn't really have much of a punchable face anymore. I feel like he's really friendlied up. Like, I really like him as a player now. Obviously, he has that side of him that he can get under people's skin, but it can be so useful. I like Carberry's adjustments. What I will say is our fourth line is the most... I don't know how he's done it, but our fourth line is the most defensive line in the league out of any teams. And we literally start our fourth line most games because we know they can stop their first lines. Like, our fourth line rarely give up goals. Like, our first, second, and third lines give up more goals than our fourth. And we play our fourth line against their first and second lines. we cycle it really well, but it's because of how strongly defensive that line is. But they still can give us goals. As seen, scoring first in the last 2 games. We're pushing it up. Have extra guy in neutral zone for quick passing. That being said, I can't believe how sloppy we're playing. That'll catch up with us if we don't clean it up. Yeah, but we've played terrible the last few weeks, so this game, even though the second period is a little bit more even, we're playing a lot better. We're playing how we should be playing. Slap shot. Good first shot there. Don't know if Tom got a little bit of that. At least we got a shot on goal on this. Straight off the bat. Chikrin sends it around the boards. It's behind the net, Chikrin. Plays it around the boards to Carlson. Wilson can't quite get that through and it's sent all the way down. If that pass went through, that was probably a goal for the Caps. There was 3 like blue line players and only 1 for them. Good stick there by Aho. Chikrin dumps it in. Just a cross to Ovechkin. He's sent into the boards there. Hand pass from Ovi there. Agree, it's better, but still sloppy. Could be tired if not for Thompson. Thompson is going to be a Vezina contender for the next. Like, he's going to be a top 5 contender for the next 5 years. Hot take, but I think if he stays healthy, then he will. This is he was second last year. He's by far first this year by a country mile. He's so far ahead on it. Just kept it in there. Bouvillier tried to get that block aside. Sandin. Nice move there. McMichael. Shot. Leonard goes wide. Good save, Anderson there. What a good chance as well. Leonard couldn't get that through. I think his stick's broken actually. It's a good penalty kill, but Caps had some good looks there, so I don't mind it at all. Good power play. Yeah, we looked pretty good on that power play. We had a few shots. We had a good few like high danger chances. If Wilson got that pass through the legs, it was a 3-on-1. Which realistically, with where we were, we had 2 out wide, 1 in front. It was a very dangerous one. Protas is so good at keeping the puck. So good. Caps keep getting shots on goal taken off. I think we've had about 7 taken off us. As you can tell with my brain farts, quite tired. 3-on-1 for Caps. That's sent ahead. Good chance there, Leonard. Oh, Chisholm fell over there. It's left to a good chance. Thompson got the first one. Ehlers got that one. Break down the defense. To be fair, Chisholm lost his edge, fell over there, which did not help. To be fair, I thought whoever was in the net there, I thought he actually saved that. I think it was Chikrin. No, he just went behind Chikrin. If he was there a little earlier, he would have blocked it with his shoulder. That's just a breakdown of defense. That was Mathenkison standing in front of the net doing nothing. Chisholm can be really hit or miss. I don't know why he's on a line with Chikrin there. That seems very odd. Anderson's ran over there by Dowd again. I know it wasn't Dowd, I thought it was there. Booze coming from Carolina fans there. I know we're trying to get. I know we are trying to get a very even defensive lines, but a big hit there by Chikrin. Was it on her? No, it was on Svechnikov. That was sent on Thompson. Thompson didn't know where it was, still got the save. Saving shots, he didn't even know where it was. To the Chisholm was sort of waiting in case anything went across the blue paint for a backdoor. But if he took the player, Chikrin wouldn't have had to go behind Thompson, and could have taken that position instead. I mean, let's be honest, it was just defensive breakdown. Yawning, I've had a long few days. Full day of uni, then training last night. Full day of uni today. I definitely didn't have a nap when I got back before this stream. I'm gonna sleep like a baby tonight, I can tell you that much. I mean, to be fair, it is already 1:30 in the morning for me, being in the UK, so it still will be 3 a.m. What am I studying? It's a strange one. It's esports business management. So it's gaming and esports industry. So like game development, digital business skills, ecosystems, sort of like learning all like broadcasting stuff and streaming, which I'm already doing, so kind of have that bit at least down to a certain level. But yeah, it's quite an interesting one. You can go into like analytics and stuff as well. That's fun. Would you work for a company like Take-Two? Um, I mean, there's so many routes I can go down. So I can go analytics way, which I probably won't because the only analytics I care about is Washington's analytics. So unless I manage to get a job for an NHL team or some or hockey team in general, then yeah. But that's a good shot. And Thompson didn't even know where that was. The thing is, analytics. are either analytics are only fun if you're interested in what the analytics are about, or if you're like a coach. If it's a coaching standpoint, then which I'm not gonna lie, I'd happily be a coach. I play for my uni hockey team, and I I keep sending points to my coach because I've watched this sport for so long that I can sort of coach my team because I have the knowledge. I might not necessarily be able to do it all myself. I don't have the edge work and the shot accuracy and all these things. Like I don't have the edge work and stuff all the time. Like I'm okay, but I'm not like anything special. Like I'm gonna play at like rec level, which is basically like your beer league. I'm gonna play at that sort of level, but like I have the knowledge to probably do at least semi-pro coaching. Like I can look at lines and see what works and stuff. I know how to coach training sessions as well, so there are a lot of good players in beer league. To be fair, the players that are good in beer league, I mean, beer league in the US is very different to the UK. It's just rec hockey over here, it's called. So it's a lot different over there. Obviously, you have a lot more ice availability. Um, but let's be honest, most of those players are players that just didn't put in the time to go pro, or they just have different interests and just don't want to, would never have wanted to play it full time, basically. I'm liking Ethan Frank, by the way, but I don't know how it's gonna work once we have um, Bouvillier back. Not Bouvillier. What's his name? I've not said it in a while because he's injured. Dubois, that's the one. Maybe you can get an internship with a local team or a pro team in Europe. Well, depending on what I end up, I can probably get some coaching stuff with quite a few rec teams. It's just sort of that like getting rec teams are like so open that there isn't really any. It's just my local rink. I live in Manchester in the UK. The rink is quite a distance and I don't drive. And ice time here is like worse than your bear league ice time at times. I have a game coming up, an away game, 11:45 p.m. start. It is quite a distance away. I am going to I'm going to end up getting home at probably about 6 a.m. So yeah, that's quite a tough one. Although I do have a game up in Glasgow, which is a 6 hour drive as well, but that's an earlier game. That's only a half 6 p.m. game, which isn't too bad. That sounds like the hockey life. I mean, I wouldn't change it. Or maybe the start times or whatever, but I do have an away game actually in Hull, which you don't need to know anything about Hull. There's nothing of anything there, let's be honest. But which is quite a distance again. Somehow our away game is a 3 p.m. start. I'm not sure how the hell we've managed to get that ice slot. That's like your usual like general skate, like anyone can come on just skating for fun sort of time. So I don't know how we've managed to get that, to be honest. It's actually sort of confusing how we've managed to get that one, but I'm not going to complain about it. Even with the late start, I'll be back by about 10. My training session starts later than that. That's when I get to the rink, so I'm there beforehand. Chicken stick broken there. Up to 14 votes, 64% saying no. Over we go. Never know. Maybe an empty netter if nothing much else happens. Bruce, you missed. I'm not sure if you saw the last like minute of the game against Lightning. It was nuts. Absolute mayhem. We had a disallowed goal for the Lightning for offside at on the empty net. I don't know how you managed to do that, to be fair. How do you go offside on an empty net goal? You're trying to walk it in if you're trying to do that. And then there was icings and penalties, and then there was the puck was sent out of the rink, but the last like couple seconds was played out, so they had to reverse the clock. We then had like 3.1 seconds or something to get a shot off to tie it. It was absolute mayhem in the last like 2 minutes. Be really a up all on his own last minute of the second. As long as we don't give anything here, we'll be alright. Cap's not many shots on goal this period, only 7 shots on goal. 13 for Carolina. So basically double the shots on net. 2-on-2 here, don't want to give it up. He's taken down in the corner against the referee. That's Big Pro taking him down. Last 4 seconds, Protus tried to get it across to get a shot off. Oh, would have been a 2-on-1, but time winds down. That's fortunate for the Caps there. I think if we had a little more time, we could have tied that game. We were looking a lot better. To be honest, it was all the fault of the late penalty we gave up, because we had to go 5-on-5 with an empty net instead of 6-on-5 with an empty net. We really could have easily tied it if we didn't take that penalty. It was probably the dumbest penalty. I know he was trying to get back possession in their end, and yeah, you want to, but like to try and keep the pressure on, but taking a penalty to try and do it is just not the way to go about it. It was mayhem at the end there. I'm back in a little while, going to get some food, going to get those grapes and apple pie. Go for it with me. We got a little bit until the third period anyway, so enjoy whatever you go and get. Let me know how many grapes you end up scranning. Have a look at some stats when we... In a quick second, 1 sec. Okay, let's have a look at the stats then. Oh, not sure if I'm having technical difficulty here. Oh, there we go. Internet just taking a bit of a hitch there, unfortunately. Right, let's get the stats up. So, I mean, we know the shots were in the favour of Carolina there. Let's get it up. Have a look at other scores as well while we're here. We'll do that first, in fact. Okay, end of second. Kings now up 3-1. They had 3 straight. Obviously, Caps up 2-1. Bruins up 4-2. Sens up 2-1. Wild and Sharks scoreless. About 2 minutes after the first. Blues up 2-0 against the Flames in the first. About 45 minutes we'll have Ducks Avalanche. One person has already said that they think Ducks are going to win it. One person said that they think Avs are going to win it. So we'll have to see who's correct later on that front. Will be interesting to see if Barry Larry or forgot the other guy's name. Not sure if he's still there or not, but be interesting to see. Okay. And now let's check the play-by-play. The play-by-play. The second time wasn't any better. Duhaime, Strome, and Ehlers with the goals so far. Shots on goal 21-18. Caps have really gone down on the face-off. We were like 70 something percent, and we're now 47.1. No goals on the power play, 0 for 3 for both teams, 13 penalty minutes each, 7 hits for Caps, 13 for Carolina, 11 block shots for Caps, 9 for Carolina, 18 giveaways for Caps, back in our giveaway form there, 11 for Hurricanes, 5 takeaways against 4 for the Caps. Penalties were a little less in that period, only 1 each. But still quite a lot of penalties total, 5 each so far. Started with Andre Miller tripping, then Riley for tripping, Anderson for roughing, Dowd for interference, Ferravari for roughing and fighting, Stankoven also for fighting, McMichael for hooking, Chychrun for hooking, and Sean Walker for hooking. Quite a lot of hooking penalties. I'm not gonna lie. Two tripping, some roughing penalty, 2 roughing penalties, interference, 2 fighting, and 3. Oh, there's holding. Sorry, the Chychrun one. I think it was technically not that. I think it was, technically speaking, something else. But been enjoying watching the game. Who else? Well, I have for sure myself. My actual surname is your name, so I am one of you. You're one of me, apparently. Who are you supporting here tonight? Are you Capitals or Canes? Any other predictions around? Bruce has gone to get his grapes, so you won't get a reply from him for a little while. Are you gonna vote on whether Ovi's gonna score tonight? He's got an assist, but we'll have to see. Caps, of course. Decent start, bad second. Yeah, I mean, we started off well. We had a rough start to the second period. Obviously, took the penalty. Chikrin took the penalty there. Um, but yeah, then it was we got that goal, and then we looked a bit rough. We only had 7 shots on that period. They had, I think it was 7. Oh, we had 8, and they had 14. Compared to 10 and 7 last period, we did a little worse. They did twice as good on the shot clock. So we're gonna have to see how it goes. Really, don't want to give up anything major in the next period. Obviously, Thompson wants to gain back a little bit of his goals against average. Obviously, led up 3 last game. Currently, still at a 1.61 goals against average. Sorry, having a bit of a brain fart tonight, unfortunately. It's one of those days. The day after training goes like that for me. I closed it so I could see chat. I would like to see Ovi score. I like their hustle tonight. Yeah, I don't know why the poll is so big in the chat. It like takes up the entire thing, and it's at the bottom as well. On Twitch, it's at the top, doesn't take up much space or the thing. Like, it doesn't really affect it as much. It's better designed really on Twitch, but I'd like to see Overscore. I mean, everyone would like to see Overscore, but I feel like he is starting to play a more playmaker assist kind of guy. If you look at his stats this season, most of his points have come from assists. So he might be. Is he chasing Gretzky for the assist record now? Maybe that would be something. Honestly, he just keeps playing until he's like mid to late 70s. Just keep going to try and get assists. Not sure how much he'd end up giving the team at that point, but we looked a bit poor in the second. We couldn't really string many passes together. I felt we could have played a lot better that second. Gave up a bad goal. That was just a full breakdown of the defence. Unfortunate for Thompson letting it in. He had some good saves tonight, Thompson, as well. He's definitely. I'm calling it now. He will get the Vezina this season. Will be calling it now. If not, you can come back to this moment now and quote me on it, and I'll look back at it and be like, I was foolish. It would be good to see it though. Oh, I will actually do that quickly. Forgot about that. I am quickly going to do a little bit of a quick promo. I'm just going to put it in chat and pin it while I talk about it. I'm taking part in a charity All-Stars tournament in the summer, so link is there if you'd like to donate. We currently are only on 30 quid myself, which is about 40 USD, but we've got another 30 coming in. We've got a possible 250 quid player sponsor coming in as well, but we've got plenty of time for the fundraising. If he does play like a captain, but he is getting aged. I like the assist with Strom. He's playing more like that than I've seen him play before, but I don't mind it. But yeah, I do like how he's playing. Obviously, this season is just everyone's having to adjust because he's not chasing the record. You don't have to pass to him anymore. Tonight, he didn't even do a full two minutes on the power play. He came off after 49 seconds on one of the power plays, which I think Carberry's finally understanding that we can't rely on him for goals. He's getting aged. We got the game's changing too much where speed and entering the zone is having more of an impact than having a guy who's going to bring a player out to the side slightly. Yeah, it's useful to have a couple goes at it maybe, but you don't want to rely on just that. You want to have several different alleyways to go down on the power play. All the top teams are speed and quick passes. You saw it with the Penguins. They cycled the puck so well with one-touch passes to each other, and it just made it made their power play look so much stronger. You bring the defenders out. You get possibilities in a bump position or just across the ice, and it gives you such a better power play. And we need to not always rely on Ovechkin just having that one play, because it's not working. We've scored like 4-5 power plays all season. It's clearly not working. We gotta switch it up and fast, because our penalty killing is great. We're not the top, but we're not letting that many go. But our power play is abysmal. It is horrifically bad. Like we really need to fix it. And we also need the three major things. I don't know, not sure this is three. Three major things. One, sort out the power play, which I think we're starting to do now. Two, sort out the lines, because I think we've got our main line, the Beauvillier, Strome and Ovechkin. They're the best in the league in terms of like time on ice for points and goals and such and such. The main one though, for me, is taking dumb penalties, particularly when we're down goals and at the end of the games, because we have given up multiple points. I'm going to be realistic. Multiple points have gone because of it, and it is a dumb play to do, and I don't know why we still are giving them away. We need to fix it, and fix it quick. I'm going to be real. Once those three things are cleaned up, we are going to dominate the league like we did last year. But until then, we're going to look like a Sabres, where we might put up a good fight, but we lose it at the end. And I don't want to look like that. I don't think Wilson's had a penalty this game, right? No, he's not had a penalty. Penalties, I'll read them out. One sec. Chychrun's had a couple, I think. Let me get it up. Andre Miller and Riley, and we got the first two for the Hurricanes. Then it all broke loose. Frederick Anderson got one. Nick Dowd got an interference. Ferravari got a 5 and 2 for roughing and fighting. Stankoven got one for fighting. McMichael's got a hook. Chychrun for holding, and then Sean Walker got a hooking as well. So yeah, Chychrun 2 minutes, McMichael 2 minutes, Ferravari 7, but it was a fight, and Dowd 2 minutes. Surprised that a few players haven't got penalties today. We're doing okay on the penalty mark so far. Obviously, we're only 3 penalties in the fight, which is it? No, 4 penalties in the fight, but one of them sort of led to a fight anyway. So it's not too bad. We're 30 minutes penalty minutes each, to be fair. But yeah, Wilson's able to control when he needs to. He knows, the thing is, he knows when he needs to get involved and when he doesn't. He knows this game he doesn't have to get involved because we're ahead. He doesn't want them taking any dumb penalties, like any cross-checking penalties, interference, or hit to the head, like any stupid penalties. He knows not to. He's going to be Cap's next captain. I'm calling it now. I'd bet on it. I would genuinely bet on it. Might we see it in the third? Maybe, but I feel like there's more chance of Karlsson taking a stupid penalty. I'm going to be honest with you. Anyway, we are now third period ready. I'm a little bit late because I was talking about that, but nothing really happening, so it is all good. Couple shots and stuff early, but nothing major. That one's blocked. Minute on the ice for Karlsson and Ferravari there, but breaking up Ethan Frank using his speed. Plays it all himself, almost dragged it past Miller there. Would have almost done it all himself. And he's sent into the boards hard. Hopefully he's not injured. I think is that Dowd? No, it's Villiers that went down. He's hurt there. Thompson will grab that one. Villiers, think that was a trip on him. He went shoulder first into the boards, shaken up a little bit there. I want to see Leonard get a goal. Leonard's been getting better and better. I think only having a few games to kind of get into the swing of how the NHL is played compared to college hockey, and then straight into full playoffs has actually really helped him. But yeah, Protas was knocked up. Bit of interference on him there. Beautiful stick to lift that. That's alley oops to the centre. Bounces off there. Anderson had to play that one. The playoffs definitely boosted his confidence. Sordif tries to send this on. Leonard could have been a bit physical with a player there. Long range shot, glove down. Yeah, it definitely boosted his confidence. Obviously, he's now getting into regular season sort of form, where he's not having to put as much in, but I can see he's still pushing himself. He wants to be a top player of the league in however many seasons I can see. So, a couple Caps players taking a knee there. Roy behind the Caps net here. Starting to hear the boos from Carolina. That one sent to centre and bounced straight back in. Roy sends it into the zone. Around the boards. Pits up there. Bouvillier loses possession, gets it again. Roy shot. Anderson saved it but didn't have it covered. A 3-on-2 now. Well, they're a hand pass against Carolina. I think defensively, forward-wise, Duhaime is our best player. Defensively as a forward. I mean, to be fair, that our fourth line is built for defense, and we're still getting offense out of them, so can't really complain about it. 4 minutes into the third, not really much going early. Couple shots each, that's about it. More dangerous ones coming for Washington. Frank turns this over in the zone. Duhaime tried to centre that. Broken stick, and I think a skate blade on the ice there. Good work by Duhaime to notice where the players were. And this is sent in. Was close to icing, but not quite. Hall plays it into the zone. Chisholm bats it around. Wilson having to help out on the boards in the corner. No one squeaks through, and we'll have a 3-on-3. I'm not sure how that's not a trip. Now it's called. Tripping against McMichael. Miller going again to the box. Caps with a power play now. 14:49 left. This is where we gotta get this go-ahead goal here. Looked like Blake from the other view, but yeah, it was Miller. Just pushed the skate out a little bit. Right, let's go Caps, come on. Baker, are we going to get a goal there? What do you think? Will Cap score? Will Obi get it? Strome is apparently tossed, I don't know why. Chychrun and Carlson switch sides as well because of it. Wilson now taking this draw. He loses it, but we get possession. Beautiful save. It was a beautiful move. Beautiful passing play. It was tic-tac-toe. Tom Wilson wide open there. He's just robbed by Anderson. Great save by Anderson there. And that goes out. We'll get another offensive zone draw here. 133. Good power play line too. That was probably our best look all season. That was some beautiful move. Anderson didn't actually get all of it either. It did come loose. It was good work by Anderson there. 9 times out of 10, that's probably a goal. He was so wide open. Carlson. Send it out in front. Leonard shoots. Another shot comes in. Chychrun. Chychrun's 100th goal of his career. Best power play of the year, that by a long, long way. Great power play, and Chychrun gets his 100th career goal. Let's go, Chychrun. I'm sure we'll get an Instagram post later of getting his puck in the locker room later. I always love going on Instagram after a game and seeing the little pep talk in the locker room after a win. 14-14 left. Caps 3-1. Dowd, Stromer, and Chychrun. I almost said Chucky then. If Chucky scored, what the hell happened on that power play if Chucky scored? Although that would be something. A goalie scoring on the power play would be amazing. Another shot was loose there. Hit there for doing. Same, yeah. I love watching it after. It's such a fun. Wilson got all in alone there. Good save. Yeah, it would be funny if Chucky managed to score a power play goal. If any goalie managed to score a power play goal, what the hell happened? Is it like a Goldberg moment where he switches with what's his name, and he takes his hockey gear off and slap shots it from the blue line, from the centre line, sorry. A full Coach Bombay masterclass. Got a jersey there to. That would be amazing though if that happened. Although, how the hell on a timeout are you able to swap your goalie to do that? I mean, yeah, that would be something. So that beat Anderson from the halfway line would be quite something. I love seeing goalie goals. Honestly, the only thing better than goalie goals is a goalie fight. To be fair, we almost had one. We almost had one. Thompson wanted Anderson earlier. He wanted him. He dropped his glove and blocker stick and everything. He had his helmet half off ready. He wanted him. He wanted the smoke today. Don't worry. Almost a goalie fight, and then clearly Chucky scored a power play goal there. We got a goal. What if a goalie had a Gordie Howe hat trick? A goal, assist, and a goalie fight. That would probably only ever happen once in the history. I don't think that'll ever happen. If that happens, pigs will be flying. It would be amazing to see a Gordie Howe goalie hat trick. Alan just gets over Ferrari's stick, so that'll be a delayed offside. Carolina working up the centre here. That one's centred, came all the way through. Shot blocked by his own player, I think there. It'll make hockey even greater. Honestly, if I saw it, I would be Svechnikov, little Roy's taken Aho down in the corner. I love seeing Aho getting taken down in the corner. I do not like Sebastian Aho, and I prefer Jarvis, but Jarvis still has a punchable face. I said this before in the stream. Aho and Jarvis have the two most punchable faces in the NHL. Particularly Aho. I'm not gonna lie, for Jarvis, I think it's just the moustache that makes him have the punchable face. I'm not gonna lie. No, couple little digs at it. There was like 4 different lots of celebrate. I don't know what the hell happened there. We don't actually. No one knows where the puck is. It's in his equipment. Literally, both teams are just on and off the ice, are looking up. See where it goes. Yes, I think it's it's going to review my mic has unplugged itself. So give me a quick second. Hmm. Hard to say on that goal. I'm not paying attention enough. I'm trying to fix audio. Okay, so apparently I'm having issues with my microphone. I didn't have a proper look at it, to be honest, because I'm trying to fix my mic, because this mic is for some reason not connecting. So give me a quick second. Let me go on my Elgato app real quick. I'm not sure what's going on. Please be nice to David tonight. He never is. I don't know what's going on with my mic, so I might have to switch real quick. Give me a quick second. Might have to go with this one. It's not going to be the best, but is this better? Kane's not happy with that call, yeah. I mean, down to, you're not going to be happy. Although, taking a penalty now, so. Is this mic quality at least okay until it's fixed? David, give me the verdict, please. I don't know. So, you'll have to let me know. I mean, yeah, it'll do. I don't know what's happened with my Elgato mic. It seems to have disconnected, but I'll have to fix it after stream. But no point messing with it now when we've only got 10 minutes of gameplay left. So, sort of doesn't quite make full sense to do right now. So, unfortunately, this is what we're gonna have to deal with. Cap's the best. That didn't look like a hook. To be fair, I'm surprised. I think Sandine got hit up high with a stick anyway. Other one sounds like you're talking to a micro potato. To be fair, it's a webcam. It's the webcam that it automatically switched to for some reason. So now I look like I'm in a call center with this microphone because this one's broken, apparently. How's it been tonight? Stream wise, decent. Not quite as good as the other week. Because I peaked at like 26 or something. But the games we're doing all right. We had a bit of a poor second period. Still scored in it though. We've scored one each period so far. Had a fight in the first period as well. Almost a goalie fight. Good work by Dowd there. Alley-oops it. Coulson. And there's a hook. So we've now got a minute 4-4-4 and then 56-second on the power play. Jarvis. I love seeing Jarvis in the box. Not as much as Aho though. Sebastian Aho can go in the box all he wants. To be fair, you sort of have to tie him up as much as you can there. Carlson Goodbowski. French Soup, by the way. Your name is probably my favourite name of all time. Also, David, have you seen Baker in the chat? I'm not the only Baker here. French Soup might be my now new favourite name. Yeah, I'm not sure what's wrong with the microphone. I'll have to sort that out after the stream. I don't know how long it went to full potato mode with the webcam, but I'll have it fixed. I've changed the USB port and stuff, so I don't know what's wrong with it. If the mic's broken, I'll just use my what's it called? I'll get it sorted for free anyway. So if it hasn't been mentioned, yeah. Thank you, David. Yeah, I've got a charity All Stars tournament I'm doing. It is already pinned. David's just put it in the chat again. By the way, David, news on that front. I know it's currently at 30. I've got another 30 that'll be coming in soon, and I might have a gold sponsor, so I might have a 250 quid sponsor coming in for me as well, which will be good. We'll get one major look at this power play here. Keep it in the zone here. Wilson goes down in that corner. Actually, good work by Coulson there. Sliding Ovechkin there. Ovechkin just went full sliding in and stopped probably a 3-on-1. Ovechkin playing defensively. Oh, is it? Have I done? Oh yeah, I've linked the YouTube. Never mind. Yeah, that's not what I meant to do, David. Sorry, I'm having a brain fart today. I'll pin yours. Thanks. There we go. Sorry. It's in, yeah, that's a bit of a brain fart. It's a bit of a brain fart day today for me. Hockey training last night killed me off. Then I had to go. I had about 3 hours of sleep before I had a full day of uni again. So even having a nap while getting home wasn't enough really. What would you do without me? Uh, I mean, you have more brain farts than me. Let's be honest, David. Don't worry, Bruce will come to your rescue if I say anything bad. Bruce, have you got any grapes for him? David was asking for them. Nice move from Frank there to get the puck and get it in the zone. Good stick there by Frank. Frank's having an outstanding game today. Assisted the opening goal with a beautiful move. Okay, come on. Bruce won't help, he still owes me those grapes. Yeah, Bruce, you're gonna get ransacked for your grapes. Never asked him earlier and he blanked me. He's probably trying to keep quiet so he can go and eat all of his grapes again. Starting the cycle here, 5-on-5. He's taken down in the corner. A shot there deflects and he's intercepted as well. Dumped into the corner to the right of Thompson. Thompson trying to get his goals against average down yet again. Obviously let 3 in last game, only 1 this game. His average is a 1.61 going into this game against top of the league in that remark. Probably. And Ovechkin has a one-on-one, but will wait, try and drop it back. He does. Dowd, beautiful glove save. Ovechkin has another swing. Anderson's down. Friendly fire. Anderson is down. Great goalie, great defenseman behind him. Well, I don't. If you're talking about Anderson, the goalie there was pretty good. It was a brilliant save. The defender behind him took him out. But yeah, Thompson does have some good defenders in front of him. Anderson getting checked at the bench by the training staff there.
Don't want him to get injured. He's got a lot of injuries in his career. French Soup, by the way, I love that name. I can't get over that name. French Soup. It is one of the top names. I like how Ovi took it slow right there. He knows he doesn't have the speed. If he had a one-on-one, but he knows he doesn't have speed, and it actually le led to a really good chance. A couple good shots on net. Like it actually works. Ovi knows how he knows he's not gonna beat the defender. So take it out wide, wait for the defender, drop it back. It's a good move to do. I will quickly, while we're in a little TV timeout, I will quickly unplug and replug this in, see if anything happens on the mic front. Moved it again, but I think this mic is having some issues, unfortunately, so we're gonna have to stick with this. All I can think is good soup. Yeah, the good. Yeah, that is also one thing. Took it slow because he can't move any faster. That is true, Bruce. Have we got retro jersey tonight? Yeah, Bruce saw that as soon as he joined in earlier as well. Sometimes slow and steady can win it while everyone else is scrambling. I mean, it turned into a scramble. He took out his own man. Are we back? I know we had a little issue there. Are we back? Is it back? Is that better? We good? I don't know. Apparently we're having some tech issues tonight. First the mic. I think that's better now. I think it's fixed. I'll wait for a yes in the chat, but yeah. Quantum French Soup Lesbians. I have no idea what the hell you're waffling on about French soup, but there we go. I think me and the other baker, because I'm also a baker, uh, has the same reaction to that. Mic's going to be crackly anyway. I think it's just this mic is not the best. This headset is old as hell. Yeah, you'll survive the last couple minutes anyway. It's not going to kill us. Mic is so crackly, but it seems to be good. So I mean that's the main issue done at least. We've got a 5-on-4 power play anyway for most of the rest of the game. Um, so not too much of an issue. I will, David, if you want to jump in Discord afterwards, and I'll try and fix this mic. God, this is a weird advert. Why a Christmas ad? Anyone else agree Christmas adverts should not happen on the 12th of November? Like, come on. To be fair, we've had them for weeks over here. I don't know about in America, but they've been here for weeks and weeks. Just to try and see if I can fix the mic, mainly, David, because I don't really know what's wrong with it. Maybe it's just the app's bugging out or something. But anyway, should be alright. Probably not too long. I really can't check. We had a little bit where has it fully gone? Have we fully gone? It's fine. We've got 2 minutes 10 left. We'll survive. Hanging on by a thread now. It's all good there. Honestly, I think it's just gonna be like this. My internet must be playing up a bit. We're having a lot of technical issues, but we'll still power on through. Shots there, saved by Thompson, and a broken stick for Carolina. That one's cleared out the zone. Ehlers sends it back and it goes all the way back down. Carolina with an empty net now. Power play over. Empty net goal, maybe. Maybe Baker. Are we going to get an Ovi one? Maybe Ryan Leonard. Ovi is on right now. We're going to get 901. The first to not only get to 900 but surpass it. Last minute now. Are we going to get a McNugget minute? Goal from Ovi in the open net. Thank you, David. Yeah. We'll be back to our usual fine stream next time. Ovechkin scores! Ovechkin scores in the empty net. Let's go. So 55% of you fuckers who said no, you're wrong. The 45%. So I think it's 9 out of the 20 votes got it right. Let's go. Thank you, Baker, very much. Wine and chocolate, I'm cooked and happy. Wine and chocolate sounds like a very good night, I can't lie. Might have to come join you. Last 30 ticks here. 4-1 win for Caps against Carolina. Carolina have not lost to a Metro team. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, indeed. Obi-Wan Kenobi. David will get a crackle out of that one. I voted yes. Didn't see the empty net goal coming for Ovi there. To be fair, I didn't think it would have been an empty net goal either. The Caps win it. One power play goal as well, so can't complain about that. An Ovi goal. Dowd scored. Chikrin scored. Stroma scored. And Ovi scored. Yep, hello there. It's me, the big Russian tank. The big Russian tank. The fact that David has limited knowledge and he still will do that. That's a good one, David. I'll give you that. Everybody hates to lose. Everyone hates losing, let's be honest. But good game tonight. We'll have a look at the stats quickly. Ended 31 shots to 28. We were 46% off the face-off dot. Second and third period not as good. We were on like 70 something percent. 20% on the power play tonight. We were 1 for 5. There's 0 for 5. 17 penalty minutes each. 22 hits for Canes, 13 for Caps, 21 block shots for us, 10 for them. 20 giveaways compared to 18, 6 takeaways each. Chikrin took, I think, 2 penalties tonight. Sandine took 1. McMichael took 1. Ferravari took 2, but one of them was a fight. Deld took 1. Ovi with a goal and assist. Leonard's got an assist. Strome a goal. Duhaime a goal. Deld an assist. Frankenboo-Villiers assists. A goal for Chikrin. 2 assists for Carlson tonight. Not too bad for Carlson. Chikrin actually ended with a -1 on the plus minus, even with a goal. Damn. Not even quite sure how that works, but there we go. When they score 1 goal, surely that's not even correct. Surely that should be a 0. At the very least. He does like his McNuggets. He's probably nah. I'll tell you what he likes. To crack open a few beers after a game. That's what he enjoys. Cracking open a few beers, having his Subway and his hot Cheetos, which I mean I can't complain with that. 4 boxes. What, 420 boxes? God damn. Is that is a unit right there. We'll check other scores around the league before we end off, and then I'll have a quick call with you, David, to try and fix this microphone. Bruins about to win against the Leafs. It's 5-3 right now. Pasta got a goal. Ekman Larson with a goal. McMahon with a goal. Pasternak with another. Alex Steves. Lindholm. Lorentz. And Pavel Zacha. Zacha with a power play goal. Lorentz was short-handed. Power play for Lindholm. Power play for McMahon. There's a power play for Pasta as well. One of his four power play goals in that game. They're now an empty net, so I'm sure Bruins will score another in a second. Flames come back a little bit. It's now 3-2 to the Blues, and the second period. Wild up 1 against the Sharks. Basically the end of the second now. We'll have to see what happens with the Ducks Avs. One person, Barry Lowry, said the Ducks are going to win. Someone else said the Avs are going to win. So that'll be interesting to see. Kings beat the Canadians 5-1. Stars beat Sens 3-2. Coach has McDonald's on the house. Blues been sucking. Blues are horrific this season. Horrific. But so are the Flames, to be honest. Who will fly over there now? David, I don't have the money, you know this. If I would, I could. But unfortunately not today. Although I will have to come over for a game at some point to watch Ovi before he retires. By the way, how are the Ducks 11-3-1? Can someone explain that? I'll smuggle myself. I can't say that on stream. Don't give up my plan, David. But anyway, thanks for all joining tonight. I know we had a few technical issues, but it's been good vibes in the chat today. So thank you for that. Ducks are determined, yeah, definitely. And shush, David, can't give me away like that. Thanks for all joining today. Bit more of a quiet stream compared to the last few. Finally, we've got a decent camera quality as well today, although we had issues with mic and internet tonight, which is not ideal. I'll be the next game if you're streaming. Yeah, I basically will stream all of them. I think I'll miss like the odd one here and there, but that's like if I've got training or a game at myself. But it's very rare occasion that I miss a game. Think I missed 3 this season, but that's because I was busy. Um, Next one, let me have a look. Let me just get it up real quick. Next one, I think is Thursday night, if I'm correct. Yeah, Thursday night, or for us, David, it's midnight on the Friday. But that's against Panthers, so that's quite a tough game. And then we've got Saturday night, again midnight for us, David. So Saturday midnight, you might be able to do that. Do you get blackout games in the UK? Used to, but because we now have to watch it on the DAZN. Um, so we don't currently have any blackouts on there yet. We didn't get preseason, but I managed to watch it elsewhere. But yeah, we I think are avoiding them now at least. But yeah, you can might be able to join in on that one if you want, David. But anyway, I'm gonna end the stream tonight here. Thanks all for joining. Leave a like, subscribe. Go check out my Beer Pro series. We'll have a game coming out, another video coming out by the end of the week. The one that I posted, I think on the Sunday, is actually a 1 of 8 so far, so not too bad on that front either. But anyway, thank you all for joining in tonight. It's been a good stream, and I will see you all later. And please remember to subscribe as well. Helps me out a lot. We've had quite a lot recently as well. Thanks for the chat and stream, mate. No worries, Baker. Me and you both are bakers. Yeah, I got what you meant, Baker. Don't worry at all. But yeah, we'll end off tonight. Thank you all for joining in, and I'll